How about now? Hello and welcome to Tales from the Backlog. My name is Steve Boshier, and I will be your game master for this evening. Tonight, we're playing Crown and Skull, but before I get into that, let me familiarize you with the channel if you're not already. This is Shadows of Archonia. We play, we have two different shows. On Friday nights, we play our ongoing campaigns at our in-person table. Currently in the middle of a Shadow of the Demon Lord Godless campaign called Archonia No More. While we are on hiatus from our main campaign, Shadows of Archonia 2, played in Worlds Without Number. Hey, Carlos in the chat on Twitch. Appreciate you.
What up, Carlos?
Yeah, Carlos, our buddy. Then on Monday nights like tonight, we have our Tales from the Backlog stream. This is where we try out lots of different games in shorter 1 to 3 shot adventures. This will be our first time playing Crown and Skull. This game was originally scheduled for May. It got pushed back for Fallout. Things happen. Now we're playing it. Been wanting to play it for a while. Unfortunately, Mia, who actually bought me this book, could not be with us tonight because of the schedule change, but she's with us in spirit.
There's always the future.
There's always the future.
Yeah.
So if you like all that stuff I said, subscribe to our YouTube, subscribe to Twitch. We're streaming live on both right now. I see Yuri over in the YouTube chat, and please join our Discord as well. That's something you can do. I'll put the link to that in both places. And Patreon and all that stuff that everyone always says in their intros. But before I continue with the game, why don't I have you guys all introduce yourselves and your characters, starting with Patty. Welcome back.
Thank you. My name is Lalona Domna. I am a sure-footed stout folk, but you can call me Flo to make it easier. I am a nomad, basically. I was imprisoned early on in my life, and because of that imprisonment, I decided I didn't want to be part of society. I wanted to live off the land and basically just enjoy its majesty, just enjoy wandering, traveling, exploring on my own. I'm a bit crazy, a little bit disorganized. I am not very tall, so I am the sure-footed stout folk are part dwarven, but they are a lot slimmer, not always having beards. I have green hair tied up in flowers and twine and all kinds of things that I found in the wild, just pulled up into this little triangular. I have a nice dark cloak with many, many pockets. I like to forage and hunt, and that's me.
Nice.
I'm Brenora Goldhook, and I am a rugged wood elf. And
Nice.
I've got my trusty fishing pole and my trusted oar and all my fishing stuff, and that's pretty much what I love to do. But I have a pretty big grudge against knights. The Dark Knight attacked my sister and I and killed my sister and left me for dead. And I've got it in my head that all knights are bad, that there's a conspiracy that the Dark Knights are pulling from the other knights, conscripting or luring. There's got to be some conspiracy going on. But I'm hunting that Dark Knight, and I'm sure that Dark Knight must be hunting me.
Probably.
Sure of it.
Absolutely, he is. What's his name?
I don't know his name.
Hmm. Is he
But
is he missing a finger or something like that?
He's very tall. Couldn't see his face. Black armor, head to toe.
Wow. Scary man.
Very scary. Dark horse.
Or woman.
Could be.
Yeah, you never know. Also, shout out to Kenny in the chat over on Twitch for subbing 32 months.
Thank you, Kenny.
Thank you, Kenny. Nice. And Alan, what's up, man?
Yeah, I'm Alan. I'll be playing Alistair. So I just rolled random tables for this guy, and it came out pretty cool. So my lineage is a muscle-bound elven athlete.
Okay.
The way I'm role-playing this is that he's just a spoiled elven guy. He got to do pretty much all he wanted to make himself into this athletic guy, but what he really wants to do is steal money. so he's actually a hooligan, and his flaws is that he's greedy, and I guess he's just greedy. But the one thing that pulled me into venturing and leaving my place was that I inherited this jewel that's humming with a glowing hum, and I need answers. I've asked many people about this jewel, but they all give me a different story. So that's my main thing, is to try to figure out what this jewel is all about.
Okay.
And
probably has to do with dark nights, I'm sure of it.
Mm-hmm.
Planted it on you.
It's creepy bastards.
But yeah, I'm a hooligan elf, so it's nice to have another elf on the team.
So we've got two elves and a stout.
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to put up the world map from the book here. Where? Oh, there it is. This is the region known as the Northholds. And where we are starting our story tonight is in all of your hometown. Where's my dang cursor? Oh, there it is. Which is here in Rivergate.
I love Rivergate. Beautiful.
Beautiful town.
Yes, beautiful.
All that water to swim in.
Great for fishing.
Great for fishing.
Yes.
By the way,
It's a good place to sell my wares and move on.
I didn't say at the beginning, but I was showing that the book on screen there. That's the, I think they call it the silver edition. It's kind of the standard one. This here, what Mia bought for me, is the gold edition. Super fancy.
She's the best.
Leather cover. Love this book.
It's nice.
Beautiful stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Anyway, so
I wanted that one.
Yeah, check it out if you want to buy it, because it's
now you have to get it signed.
I will if I meet Hank Wren in person. I spoke with him during Archonia Fest. He came by for an interview, and I felt bad because I told him at that time that we were going to be playing in May, but we're doing it now.
Hey, it's never too late.
It's never too late. It's never too late.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Anyway,
so
what? I'm going to go ahead and say that you guys are hanging out in town. Where do you guys think you'd be spending time right now?
At the inn.
Yeah.
At the inn,
Or inn or tavern.
Inn or tavern?
Yeah.
The famous one. There's a famous one.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, there is
there's
one. Let me check out the name of it.
Known for its ale, I think.
Yeah, there's...
Oh, gosh.
It's called
well, I'll just look at my handwritten notes.
Frothy Mare.
Yep, that's it. And the tavern owner, or the barman at least, is named Barm.
Barm, yes.
So I'm going to sort of, as I usually do for these shorter games, mandate that you guys all already know each other. But I'd like for you to sort of play out a scene and let me know, like, sort of how and why you know each other. Obviously, we've got two elven gym bros here, and
well, yeah, I probably hang out with Sorry, it's Gold Hook
Yeah, you could just call me Bree. It's Brenora.
Bree. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hang out with Bree because we're elf bros, and also she probably told me about that knight that she's trying to find, and I automatically I was like, hell yeah, I'll help you with this because that's probably going to lead me to more people that are rich. So
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm sure I concocted the best connected story about your gem and those nights.
Yeah,
that I cannot come up with at the moment, but
so I say, Bree, don't worry.
It's all connected.
I'll help you find this as long as you can help me figure out what this gem is about.
Absolutely.
Maybe after we take out that knight, we can figure out what this gem is about. And Flo,
I think I probably have traded with Bree multiple times for her fish.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds right.
Because that's something that I would do. Definitely is be trading for goods. And I've probably run across, I'm sorry, Alan. What's your name?
Alistair.
Alistair. So I've probably run across Alistair just being in town hanging out with Bree.
You could call me Al.
Okay, I'll call you Al. So I probably ran into Al having a drink or two with Bree here at the tavern, since when I come to town to sell my goods, this is where I stop. And I don't sleep here, but I will come in and get a meal and drink with Bree and have a good time before I leave. So I've met Al here.
All right.
Maybe watched him wrestle or whatever he does.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Well, you guys are sitting at a table in the common area of the tavern. There are private rooms, private tables available, but you'd have to pay extra. You'd have to talk to Barm about it in advance, and you got no reason to need one of those. So there's a few other people in here. It's getting on towards mid-afternoon, so those people without regular jobs that they work all day, every day, are in here drinking. Some of them are about to go to work, some of them are already back from work, and others are not planning to go to work in the near future. Barm will approach your table. Hey, any of you guys need anything else?
No. I'm pretty full. What about you guys?
Well, I could always have something else. What's your special for lunch today, Rom?
Beans.
Beans. Just
Lots
beans?
of them. Plenty of beans. Well, we got a couple of sausages we can throw in.
Ooh, the cheese-filled ones?
No, those went bad.
What?
Oh,
all right.
I bet it was the Dark Knights. They got their fingers in everything.
No, it wasn't them. The cheese just went bad because nobody ever orders those.
But you're famous for your cheese-filled brats, I thought.
Yeah, unfortunately it's really more infamous. I know you like them, Flo, and I appreciate that, but not too many people come in here and order them.
Well, that's really unfortunate. But yeah, I will have another plate of your beans and sausages.
Outstanding.
I know I already ate earlier, but I always have room for secondsies.
All right.
I am a growing boy. I'll have some sausage too.
Are you still growing?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Wait, how old?
You see these pythons? I gotta fucking grow them up.
Check this out. He's actually surprisingly ripped. Like, he's put on weight, but clearly he used to lift heavy things on a regular basis.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, he'll wander off to get the plate of beans. How old are all you guys?
I would say Alistair, he's mid-20s.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that Bree is about the same.
I'm about Probably early 30s.
Fair. Okay. So, let's have Flo. I'm just gonna, this is not a mechanic from this game. I'm just gonna have you roll an unmodified D20 as kind of a luck check here.
I got a 17.
A 17.
Big numbers are bad in this game.
They are.
Yeah. It's opposite, right? Like higher
Yes.
numbers are bad, and so it's like
Well,
Call of Cthulhu.
you're
Yeah.
trying to roll under your stat, but as I said a second ago, I'm not employing a mechanic from this game. This is just my own thing that I do. You're rolling a luck check, so higher is better in this case.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that's something I do in a lot of games that I run. But what that 17 does for you is it makes it so that you're not too close to the window when it breaks inward from the explosion.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Flo, watch out!
Yeah.
Crap, I'm going to dive off my chair.
Ah, it's the Dark Knights.
Put into a stance.
They found us.
You found me.
Pull out my book.
Yeah, and
Don't worry, I got you, Bree. Don't worry.
additionally, with that roll, it is pretty high. So I will say that additionally with that roll, nobody else in the tavern is near enough to get actually hurt by it. Several people are dazed, but nobody's bleeding or anything. However, the whole tavern shakes. This massive shockwave strikes the building. There's glass from that window that blew in, and it's old-timey, like thick, dirty glass you could barely see through anyway. So that explosion must have been really powerful to break that. And outside, you hear people beginning to scream.
What the heck is going on, you guys?
We gotta see what's up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head towards. I'm gonna try to peek out the window. Not expose myself, but peek out just to see what's going on.
The explosion left, you mean?
Yeah. Well. Yeah. What's left of the window?
Yeah, what's left of the window?
I'm gonna stealth. I think I'm gonna stealth and try to peek out.
I do have stealth too, if I can do that.
Peek out of the window.
Okay, go ahead, both of you guys, and roll stealth.
I would also.
So that's with a D20.
Yeah,
It is.
I'm gonna say the window's not big enough for all three of you to peek out at once. So, Bryn,
fair.
if you're not gonna
Is
be
there
at the
a
window, then you don't need to roll stealth.
I got a 4, which is my stealth is a 6.
Okay, so
I
that's a
got
pass.
I got a 12. My stealth is 9.
Okay,
I'm just
so
too good at
you're-
rolling high.
You're too
Oh, I don't
muscular
have
and
that.
big. So
Yeah,
Alistair comes to the window and sort of draws all the attention away from little Flo down there. But there's nobody close enough to really do anything. One of the red cloaks outside, which is the name given to the town guard here, looks over and sees you, Alistair, and says, "Stay inside! Don't come out!" And watching him, you see a whole bunch of red cloaks, all the ones in the neighborhood, starting to run northwards. Now, the window you're looking out faces north, because the frothy mare is near sort of the north end of town, and then up above the town to the north, there has been this place. It's called sorry, I'm on the wrong page here. I was looking at the name of this place earlier. But there's this rocky, the Eagle Crags, that's what it is, just north of Rivergate. There's this little, like, knife-shaped spire of rock, like a cliff that sticks out, that's visible from most places in the town, especially on the north end. It's gone, and there's smoke rising up from it. It's not, the whole, like, mountain isn't gone, but that crag that sticks out over the town is gone, and there's smoke rising. Something has blown up the Eagle Crag.
Sorry, question. Is the Red Cloaks, are they like the guards of this town or?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yes, they are. The book makes mention of them being extra prevalent over on the docks, but they are also the town guard.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I will turn back and be like, you guys, Eagle Crest is gone.
How is that possible?
Well, I don't like it exploded or something. Like it's just there's smoke and debris. I magic maybe.
Is your gym doing anything, Al?
Yeah,
Check your gym.
I'm sorry, I was just going to say the smoke is very thick and black.
Oh, it's like my gym's okay, right?
Your gym is an old barn. It's not near.
Yeah. Okay.
No, not that gym. Your jewel.
Oh yeah, my jewel. Yeah.
See if it's doing anything weird.
Yeah, you're right. I take out my jewel.
Not your workout gym.
I take out my jewel. I'm trying to see if that's a reaction.
So describe to me again what your jewel does.
So I inherited this jewel and it's humming with a light glow.
Okay.
Pretty much at all times. And it's just vibrating. And I've been trying to figure out what this jewel is and what it does. And I've talked to multiple people about it, but all of them has given me different stories. I haven't got to a clear answer.
So what color gem is it?
It's like yellow. So it glows like in the middle with like a white light.
When you hold it up to the window and you move it across where that you didn't see that. And you move it across where that cliff was. It is thanks. It is no longer yellow. It's orange now, and the light glowing through the middle of it is red.
Oh.
But only when you hold it right there. When you move it away from where the smoke and where the blown up cliff is, it goes back to normal.
So guys, are you seeing this?
I am.
Oh my gosh.
I've never seen it do that before.
We've got to find out what happened because why is it making your gym do this?
Yeah.
Why are we sitting around? Let's go.
How far is this place from Rivergate?
Like I said, it's within sight. It's close enough that the explosion is breaking windows in town. So to get there from like the gate to the city and then travel there. In fact, I'll say on the map here, I think you guys can see my cursor here.
Yes.
I'll say that this is it.
Oh, okay.
It's coming off this mountain. So, but if you were to exit the town gate, it would be probably this gate right here where the road connects. And it would be overland without a road, like off-road travel, and then up the mountain. So it would take you probably half the day to get up there.
You guys, if we leave now, we can get there before nightfall. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to keep up with me, though.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. I'm right behind you.
and we'll fudge it a little bit and just say that you can get up there without leaving the hex. It is kind of right on the line there, but
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I am Alistair is all gun ho. And I tell Bree we might find something up there about the knights. I bet it's the knights that did this. I bet it.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely. Without a doubt.
Always the knights.
Look behind me. There, okay.
I'm just going to kind of roll my eyes and say, you guys, I'll lead. You know, I've been in that area a few times. Keep pace.
Right behind you.
All right. Let's see. So you guys are trying to get out of the city. Now, the Red Cloak did just instruct you not to come outside. However, that guy ran north, so he's not here to enforce that instruction. As you pass through the town, you see a few people have come out to look, and there's a lot of talking about like, what does this mean? What's going on? Some people are panicking. Some people are thinking this is a dragon attack. You know, the whole region of the North Holds was devastated by a war with a dragon about 30 years ago. It's kind of the reason the world is destroyed right now, why there is no longer a unified government. Borders are in flux, power struggles abound all over the place. This is because of the war 30 years ago with Green Wing, I think was his name. Let's see.
Right.
Some kind of wing.
Familiar.
Bloodwing. The Bloodwing War was... And so when people see a big crag of rock explode, anyone old enough to remember is terrified that this means there's another dragon attack. But you don't see any dragons. And some people are hiding inside, others are outside looking. The closer you get to that north gate, the harder it is to push through the crowd. And you see when you do get to the gate that there are guards there trying to keep people in town, trying to keep people from leaving.
Well, personally, I'm going to try to sneak around, guys, if you want to follow me.
Which way you're gonna go?
I guess towards the right. Try to use the crowd to go to like the other side of the wall, and I'm gonna try to jump over the wall.
Maybe.
Oh, you're gonna try and jump the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were saying you were going to sneak through the gate. I was going to say that's functionally impossible. But if you want to try and jump the wall, this is not an insubstantial wall. It's probably 15 feet high. So you'll need to really climb to get up there.
Well, so how does this? I do have climbing gear.
Okay.
So how does that work?
This
This is ignore penalties on climbing rolls.
Yeah, there's a climber skill. This is something that occurred to me just before we started play that I don't actually know the answer to, is how do you roll a skill if you just don't have it? It says minimum value 3, so I'll say if you can hit 3 or lower on a skill you don't have, that'll be my ruling for now, pending the actual rule in the text.
Does my climbing gear help me at all?
No, the climbing gear says it avoids penalties, but you're not taking a penalty. You just don't have the skill.
All right.
Good luck.
I doubt I'm gonna roll low.
Nope, you're gonna roll that 3.
I rolled a 20.
Okay. So you just completely fail to get your rope up on the edge. Yeah, and I'll say this additionally on the climbing gear. It's not going to be useless to you in another situation where you weren't hurried or rushed and you were just trying to climb some rocks in the wilderness. It will help. But for now, you're trying to sneak and get over a wall. There's crowds. There's chaos. You can't do it.
Why don't we head towards the docks, get up shore a little bit, and get the hell out of here?
You're right. Don't you have a boat?
Bruce,
I
do you
just have a
boat?
paddle. The Dark Knight destroyed my boat.
Yeah, but Flo, don't you have a boat? Don't you fish out there in the lake?
Oh, I don't fish. No. I think I can swim, but I don't. No, I don't have a boat.
I thought you sell fish.
No,
I trade fish.
Oh,
with
sorry.
Bree.
Bree does. But Bree's boat got destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I think if we just skirt the edge of the bank, no one's going to see us. With all this chaos, we skirt the bank past the walls. If we have to get in the water and get wet, who cares? Skirt the walls and get up out there.
See, this is why I like you, Flo. Like you got the right ideas.
Of course I do.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll follow Flo to the dock.
Okay.
Yep, I'll go.
So as I mentioned a minute ago, going to the docks just leads you to more red cloaks. Because the docks here, the Thinaport docks, the river here being the Thinaport or the Thin River. I mean, this town, Rivergate, is a trading hub. The docks here are big, expansive, and contain many potential evil deeds. So the guards are here. This is kind of where they have the biggest presence in the city. Any guard that didn't run to that north gate is on the docks. So you're actually, if you're looking for a boat to hire or steal, that's going to be impossible right now. Stealing, maybe not impossible. Hiring, yes, because the guards have ordered the docks closed. No departures right now.
So we can't leave the city at all?
Well,
what
I said
about-
you could maybe steal one. And
Bree, you have stealth?
I have a stealth cloak that gives me +3. I don't have the skill though.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have the stealth skill.
So would
And
that
I
give
also-
me 6? I don't know. I don't know how that works. I didn't think about it ahead of time before I bought the cloak.
for now, I'll stick with the ruling I gave earlier. A skill that you don't have is going to be a target of 3. But yeah, your cloak will help with that, of course. As you guys are discussing, I think you're discussing stealing a boat. Is that correct?
Well,
Actually, what I was thinking about doing is skirting around the edge of the bank, get down in the bog and into the reeds and stuff, and stealth our way in the water around the walls, because the walls can only go so far into the river. Correct? I mean, the city.
Yeah, that's
walls.
right. Yeah, you
So
could.
if we
It
get
is
down-
conceivably possible to do that in the water. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought we would stealth, get down into the muck and the mud and the gross reeds, and stealth our way along the bank. Maybe get a little wet, maybe swim a little bit, and get our way outside the city.
Okay, are you guys on board with that? The
Bree's
other
always up to swim.
Okay, and I will say before you commit to any specific plan of action, there is a third exit from the city, which is the other gate on the other side.
Yeah, I was going to point out maybe there's another gate, but also possibly that the explosion might have blown a hole in part of the wall.
That did not happen. You were already at the wall closest to the explosion. You would have seen it.
I see.
I mean, we'll definitely check out the other exit before we commit to that one.
Okay.
If they're, yeah, because
Seeing the guards and everything, we can
Yeah.
redirect and see if maybe there's just an easier exit.
I forgot
Yeah,
to
well-
tell you guys. I'm so sorry. Now that we're doing rolls, you might have wanted to know this. I have granted each of you a hero coin just to start.
Oh, nice.
It's displayed there next to your name tags. As you expend them, I will remove them. Hero coins are basically like inspiration. You can trade them freely amongst each other. You can never have more than one at a time. You can spend them on things like rerolls and stuff.
Okay.
Awesome.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, is the other gate also guarded, blocked off?
If you go over there, you will find that it is not blocked off. It is not closed. And there are people trying to leave the city that way and being allowed to.
Oh, okay. Then
What
yeah, we can do that.
What is not happening is that people are not being allowed to enter the city.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I say. I say let's just exit out this way.
Right. That's easier for sure.
It's a lot easier for sure.
It's definitely drier. I will say, it's hard to see positioning on the map, but I will say it will be less of a journey if you do the docks thing and sneak out that way. You'll be wet, but it will be a lot closer to your destination. This way, you'll have to circle the whole town.
I don't mind circling.
Okay.
You're afraid of a little water? I thought you were a tough man.
No.
I was misinformed.
Well, are you afraid of? Are you afraid of a little extra walk? Come on, we gotta work those hammies.
I am never afraid of a journey, sir.
Okay,
All right.
and let's get those extra miles in there.
Just don't slow me down because I want to get there before dark.
Gotcha.
As you guys are exiting the town, you suddenly hear a strong voice from behind you call out, "Hold!" Turning around, you will see that there is a red cloak here, but his cloak is different than the others. His is embroidered with gold, and he wears a necklace which contains a necklace with a badge of office on it. This guy seems to be in charge of the Red Cloaks, and he's calling to you, Alistair.
Do I know?
I whisper. I'm going to whisper to Alistair and say, "What did you do?"
Nothing. Do I know this guy by name? Is he known? Is he known in the city?
Yeah, he's known in the city. He's Darius, but you don't know him personally.
Okay.
He's
Is he wearing armor like a knight? This is important.
not plate mail or anything. No, he's got leather armor, but yeah, he's Lord Darius, commander of the Red Cloaks. He's going to say, "Fear not, I just wish to speak with you."
And I say, if Lord Darius needs to speak with me, I'll speak with him.
I see that you are carrying a sword and built like someone who knows how to use it.
Well, I don't want to brag.
You're also leaving town without carrying a large amount of possessions, like many of these people are. And, gesturing towards the people fleeing town, a lot of them have packed wagons and taken stuff from their homes, like they're leaving. But you are just carrying what you had. So he says, "May I surmise that you are adventurers?"
Yeah. And I definitely have I definitely feel like I like adventuring. I don't put myself into danger on purpose, but if the opportunity comes, sure, why not?
Where were you heading just now?
Well, Lord Darius, I don't wanna lie. When I saw that explosion happen, we all thought that it could be a sign of some kind, and I just would like to investigate.
You were heading up to the crag.
Yes, sir.
All right. The reason that I called you is that I have been trying since the explosion to get a squad of men together to go up there. Nobody seems terribly willing to volunteer. If you will go, on behalf of the town government, on behalf of the Red Cloaks and of the Lady Walcrest, and determine whether or not there is an ongoing threat to the town, what caused the explosion, I feel I can promise you would be rewarded.
It will be an honor, sir. And I actually have two friends with me that will help me.
Yeah, he's addressing all of you. He can see that you guys are a group.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I said we will be honored, sir.
All right. Well, thank you. And why are you leaving this way, though?
Well, because the other way was blocked, and there's a lot of people trying to go through there, so we didn't want to cause a ruckus.
All right.
That's true.
Well, it will probably shave some time off your journey if you go through the other gate. Come with me. Actually, I need to stay here for a minute, but he's going to reach into his pocket and pull out a piece of paper with a wax seal on it. It's not an envelope. It's just a piece of paper that he's put his seal on. He hands it to
Nice.
you, and he says, show this to the guard and tell them that you have my permission to exit.
Thank you, Lord Darius. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I didn't even ask your names.
Alistair.
I'm Brina.
I am Flolana.
You two forgetting how to pronounce your names.
Flolana. Flolana.
All right.
We just call her Flo.
Flo
We just
and
call her Flo,
Breen.
yeah.
Okay,
My
gotcha.
friends call me Flo.
Well, I hope to be included among them. So yeah, he'll do that.
Real quick. Before we leave, Lord Darius, if you mind, what do you think happened up there? If you could give us any insight.
He looks a little bit uncomfortable at that. I think, yeah, two elves and a baby. Sorry, Yuri's being hilarious in the YouTube chat over here. She wants you to jump Darius and take his badge.
This is not Archonia no more, Yuri. You gotta wait for that.
But yeah, he'll look nervous, and then he'll just sort of like pull you a little bit further away from the crowd and say, there was a man in council a few weeks ago who threatened this exact thing. He claimed to be a wizard and said that he would summon the forces of the underworld to destroy the town. And he said, typical.
I was a typical wizard.
Typical wizards. They're all assholes.
Yeah.
They're all evil
Yeah.
assholes. But he threatened to
Them and the
destroy the town, and he said the destruction of the Eagle Crags would be the first sign and warning.
Did he have something against the town? Did they do something to him?
It seemed
Why do you think he would do this?
What was his reasoning?
he seemed to have some sort of history with the Lady Walcrest, but she did not let us in on it. And you guys would know that she is the heir to the Walcrest sort of gem trading empire, which historically, trading in gems from the nearby dwarven mines are the main economic trade here in Rivergate. Since the war, the mining companies have gone into turmoil. There's been a significant drop in city income, but Lady Esmeralda Walcrest is still represents the functioning government of Rivergate right now, along with a town council of other important people from around town. So when he says this wizard came in and threatened the council, that's who he's talking about. Wealthy merchants and nobles that are running the town in the absence of any legitimate government lately.
And what is this wizard's name? Do you know?
He said his name was Slug.
Slug.
What?
That's what I said at the time.
Well, I definitely wouldn't be happy either if my name was Slug.
He did seem upset about it.
Sure.
Did he mention whether or not he was in league with the Dark Knights?
He didn't say anything about any dark knights.
Well, we'll let you know.
My
I'm sure he
kid,
is.
my kid was reading this pamphlet the other day about someone called a Dark Knight. He was fighting criminals.
The Dark Knight fighting criminals?
I don't know. He was dressed like a bat.
That is strange.
That is strange. I don't think this is the same Dark
I
Knight
don't
we're
think
looking
that's what
for.
we're referring to at the
He
time.
might have been
different guy. I don't know any Dark Knights
some of your
personally.
mushrooms there, Flo.
Well, don't worry, Darius. We will find this slug, and we will bring him to justice.
Do you want him back alive, or does it matter?
For now, I would settle for verifiable information that he was involved.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Fair.
or the opposite, if he wasn't.
You want to find the cause of the crag exploding. I understand.
Yeah. Which is why I didn't necessarily mention him right away. I didn't want to influence your thinking on the matter. But, I mean, Slug did threaten to do this exact thing. Nobody took him seriously. He didn't seem to be a powerful wizard.
I mean, his name is
Excuse me.
Slug, so it's kind of hard to take him seriously with a name like that. I get it.
Yeah,
We'll find out what happened.
Yeah.
But if he's still hanging around, I'm glad we know about it.
No worries.
The more interesting thing about him is that after he made his threats, I arrested him. This morning, after the daily feeding of the prisoners, it was discovered that he was not there anymore.
So he escaped.
Seems to
Was
be.
there any evidence of his escape? I mean, was there any evidence of how he escaped?
None that has been discovered so far. His cell was locked. It had no window. It was not worked stone. It's natural stone down there, so there was no piece that he could have removed. He was just not in there. The staff are being questioned extensively, but we had not found anything yet when this new crisis arose.
There might be a accomplice.
Or if he can blow up a rock, like
Well, if he's an actual magician, he probably can poof outside the walls.
he might be able to just
Teleport or
Is
Seems like that may be what's happening.
I'm sorry, did you say he had a grudge against the queen?
She's not a queen. Her name is Lady Esmeralda Walcrest. She's like in her 70s, and she's basically the heir to a trade empire. She's not a queen. Rivergate doesn't have any such person, but she is functionally in charge of the town.
so she's high influential person.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, did you say that Slug had something against her?
Yeah. He came in, and it seemed as though he was making veiled references to something from their past. But she professed not to know him or what he was talking about and sent him away. When he refused and threatened the town, that's when I arrested him.
Hello, Bree. I would say we should go talk to her, but I think time is short right now, and if we get up there as quick as possible, it might be better.
I
I
agree
would
with
like to get up there before dark. Yes.
Yes.
I think we should go
So
investigate up there first.
So thank you, Darius. We will proceed to the front with this seal, and we'll be on our way.
Thank you. Come find me when you're ready to report back.
We will.
Any of the red cloaks in town should be able to lead you to where I am.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
We head up to the gate and proceed up to the mountain.
Yes. Man, this green screen is really not behaving tonight. So yeah, you guys start heading up there. As you exit the city, sort of around the time you pass through the gate, closer to the Eagle Crag, you're just sort of passing through the wall and looking up that way. There's still this thick black smoke coming from something that's happening up there. And then all of a sudden there is a huge gout of flame from in the midst of the smoke that shoots up into the sky for several seconds. Probably 100 feet high, and then it drops down again and is gone. Everyone screams.
from the same spot.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Are we far enough from everybody else that we can talk freely?
Yes, you guys are the only people that have been allowed to exit through this gate. So once you're out there, you can just go. Yeah.
As soon as that second explosion happens, I want to put up my gem again and see if there's a different color or
I
something.
was going to suggest that, yeah.
Yeah.
No, actually, it is still that orange with the red glow.
Gotcha.
Maybe he's trying to make people believe there's a dragon.
Maybe.
One way to strike fear.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But we're all not going to find out standing around here.
Well, no. Come on, hoof it.
Yep. Yeah, well.
I'd like to. What kind of environment are we in?
Oh, well, you guys are sort of in the foothills of these high mountains. Are you looking for like herbalism stuff?
Yeah, I was thinking about foraging before I get going, so I could start collecting.
Yeah, I forgot to bookmark that. There is
90.
Got it. So let me see. It's not
Is
desert.
that a skill?
It is because I can forage.
Oh,
And I have an herbalist pack, so
Nice.
I can collect things.
Nice.
So would it be like grasslands?
I'll say grasslands for now. Once you start moving up, it's going to become more mountain. But we'll say grasslands for this. Go ahead and roll your forage skill.
While she's doing that, I'll just keep a look about. I mean,
I got exactly 9, so and I get a +3 when outdoors because of my core skill. So 9.
Okay. I'm sorry. What were you saying, Cindy?
oh, I just wanted to make sure that you knew I was keeping watch around while she was foraging.
Fair. So is 9 a success for you, Flo?
It is. Yes.
All right. Go ahead and roll a d8 to see what you get.
So that's what happens when you get a success.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Yeah.
I got a 1.
Hmm.
And of course,
Okay.
I can't.
I'm sorry.
That should be the best thing.
No,
I
not in
couldn't
this
even
case.
pronounce that first word. So
Most things that are 1 are poisonous on the herbalist guide, including this. Now, Patty, you spoke to me earlier about having gloves for your herbalism. Good thing you did, because otherwise you'd be rolling resist on contact to this plant. It's called, I'm going to say that's pronounced knock thistle, even though it starts with a C. So it says, usually growing on hillsides, knock thistle has tiny sharp barbs that prick the skin and send neuropoisons to the brain. This causes a sudden and irrational fear. Knock thistle often gets stuck to the outer layers of clothing and needs to be carefully removed, not unlike ticks. So if you wish to collect this, it's going to be slow and difficult, but you do have those herbalist gloves.
I'm going to put on my gloves.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get my little scissors and my little tweezers. And I'm going to because I recognize this plant. I know what it does. And I'm going to very carefully harvest just enough and wrap it up in some of my my leather bits and stick it in my pouch.
Okay. And if you ever want to use it for anything, we're going to have to do a roll to see if you do that without being harmed by it yourself.
Correct.
Because it's not only poisonous, it also has these burrs that make it stick to your clothes and stuff. So it's hard to deal with.
Alistair's like, is that mushroom supposed to do that?
Is that
Don't
edible?
touch it. You guys stand back. No, it is not edible. It's very, very toxic. Do not get any of this stuff on your clothing. If you see this anywhere, you need to avoid this plant.
Alistair makes a note of how that mushroom looks like.
It's a
Okay.
thistle. It's got a lot
It's
of
a thistle. It's got these purple little
sticky parts.
little flowers and little spikies all the way around, and it's
Yeah.
Be very careful. Now that you've seen it, you should recognize it.
Gotcha. Thank
All
you.
right. You guys all know what Knock Thistle looks like.
Yeah.
Dark night of thistles.
Probably.
Okay.
You
So I assume that's the only thing you're going to stop for, right? Like I said before, it would take you about half a day to get all the way up there. It's already sort of mid-afternoon when the explosion happened. I'll say you took probably an hour in town trying to get out of town. So it's probably like 4 p.m.-ish right now.
Yeah.
and we're booking it. I keep a really fast pace.
Okay. But what I'm getting at is, it's a few hours climb up there. It might be full dark by the time you get there.
You guys want to camp down here? We could set up a nice fire. I could find us something to eat. Because if we get up there at dark and it is a wizard, we don't want to be taken, by surprise. We want to be the one taking him by surprise.
But Alistair's that is good, but Flo, I do my best work in the dark.
Oh, how do you see?
Yeah, can you see in the dark?
In full dark?
Well, I'm used to navigating in the dark.
I understand that you're a skeever, but come on. We're talking about a wizard. We might need your skills when we get there, but neither me or Bree can see in the dark or work our best in the dark. Plus, it's already dinner time. It's time to eat again.
Yeah, looks like Alan had an unavoidable call there. But I guess you guys get to decide without him. Are you going up that mountain or what?
I think, no.
All right.
What do you think, Bree?
Yeah,
I'm not going to say it alone, but I think we should set camp.
I think we'd have
All
too
right.
much against.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Your penalty for taking that phone call is they decided to camp.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'll camp. It's fine.
Yeah. All right.
We can get up bright and early in the morning. As soon
If
as
you guys will set up the camp area, I will find us something to eat. How does that sound?
Well, I've got fish in my basket.
You don't want any red meat?
I'll make the fire. I'll make the fire.
Okay.
I can settle for some fish. You have enough fish to take us through a few days?
Well, I mean, it's a small basket, but if you want to hunt, you can.
Well, they're setting up. I think I'm going to do that since I have that skill. Want to use it.
So I
So
imagine
you-
I can probably hold 2 to 4 fish in that basket. Not very many.
So you guys set up a camp. Alistair makes a fire. You start cooking some of the fish that you have. You guys are probably partway up the slope when you do this. So I imagine you probably would move off the road and, or, a little trail going up the hill like that and make your camp. Who is going to, well, let me ask this first. Are you guys going to set a watch?
Definitely.
Yeah. We could
Oh,
probably
yes.
set a watch. Yeah.
Okay, who's got first watch?
I can take first watch.
Okay.
I'll do second.
I guess I'll do last.
Sounds good.
I like to take a nap after dinner.
Mhm.
All right. Bree, what are you doing while you sit up?
Other than, keeping lookout, I'm just kind of working on my fishing line and my lures.
Okay.
Just fiddling with them. But I have my bow like right there.
As the sky gets darker and darker, you notice that the base of that column of black smoke that's been going for hours now is glowing slightly, as if there is fire still, like active flame still inside the smoke, which is not surprising. It's smoke. But as the time begins to pass, some of that fiery glow seems to move away from where the smoke was. And gradually you become aware that it is moving down the slope towards you.
Dang.
And about how far are we from the basically top?
You're probably about 2 more hours hike to get up there.
Okay. Well, as soon as I notice this, I'm going to tuck those lures away and pick up my bow, and I'm going to wake the other two and let them know what's happening.
Okay.
Because I'm going to be worried that and I'm going to tell them, it seems like the flames are coming down the hill. The forest could catch fire. It could overrun us. Once it gets going, we could be really running down this hill any minute now.
Alistair wakes up and he's like, man. Yeah, I knew we don't have time to rest. Let's just go up there.
Yeah.
And I'll just grumble.
Do any of you guys...
Are we looking at of that what fire ring that's coming down? Is it...
Well, I didn't say a ring. I said some fire is moving away from where the fire was. Who has the investigate skill? Anyone?
No, I don't have it.
I almost took it, but I did not.
This build did not come with investigate.
Okay, so
I have scout, which gives me clues, info.
You know what? I'll allow that. Go ahead and roll scout.
Okay. And I got a 2.
Nice.
Ooh, well done. Yeah, what you're seeing, I was gonna bring this up before, if someone rolled for it, but you are seeing a light, perhaps that is being carried by someone, not flame spreading as though the fire's out of control, but somehow the flame is moving, as of like a torch being carried or a lot of torches being carried.
Okay.
So either that or there's like a bear on fire running around. But it's, whatever it is you're seeing, it is not fire spreading to dry grass or anything. It is fire moving.
How far is the light from us right now?
Still a couple hours away?
Yeah, it would be a couple hours hike, but it is moving towards you.
What do you guys say we move up a little bit, and then find good hiding spots to see what that is?
I think that's a great idea, and I think we should do it probably stealthily, just in case it moves faster or there's other people around.
For sure.
I can take point.
Go
That'd
ahead
be great.
So you guys are going to move up the slope a little and then hide? Is that what you're saying?
I guess so, yeah.
I think so. As soon as we get close enough to identify, or
should maybe move up the slope within the But is there trees and stuff, or is it rocks and crags?
There are trees.
Okay. Like if we leave the trail now and go up within the trees, that might be better.
Okay, so
That will
that's
help us
good.
stealth, I think.
I agree. I think that's a good plan.
Yeah. So, Alistair, you said you can see in the dark, right?
Well, I just assumed that he's better at navigating in the dark because he's a hooligan, and it doesn't say I'm good at dark, but I do have stealth, and I do have the jump skill.
So you probably would be okay at seeing in the nighttime normally, but tonight the stars are obscured by all the smoke that's in the air. So it is hard for you to make out this little trail. Are you guys going to bring any light source with you as you travel? And are you going to douse your own campfire before you leave?
Definitely.
I think we should definitely make some torches before we, jerry rig some torches or something before we go. But I don't think we should light them just yet until we cannot see.
Like we can kind of if the trees are close enough to each other, we can kind of move tree to tree by touch.
Okay, so you want to travel in the dark, and again, you are dousing the campfire?
Yes.
Okay. I will have Flo roll scout to see if you guys are able to find your way in the dark.
We are not.
Okay. So you guys are able to, go up the hill, but before long you find yourselves unable to see clearly enough to even know if you'd be hidden from someone coming by with a light.
Well, as soon as it feels like we're getting lost, I start to be like, we're gonna have to light these torches. I'm sorry, because I don't think we're going the right way.
Just sit tight. Let these guys pass by wherever they go, and then get up there in the light and find clues that way. I mean, we're obviously not going to fight all these people.
Well, can we tell if it's more than one person now at this point with all the lights off? And
so you guys having doused your fire and moved away up the hill in darkness, what you actually see, if you look specifically at that, is the lights that were coming down have stopped. They're still there, but they're not moving.
Where the camp was.
No, your camp is below you right now. You went up the hill and the lights were coming down from above. They were heading your direction, but now they're not moving.
They're not moving. And I say, you know what? Maybe we can try sneaking up to these light guys, just to get close, just to get a closer look. Not get up right on them, but at least get a little bit closer, just to see what they are.
Yeah.
Being outdoors and with my cloak, I do have a stealth of 12.
Yeah,
we doused their fire. Maybe that was drawing the lights.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
So maybe we can stealth up to this light people.
How are we going to do that if we can't see?
Well, we can see where they are. We just gotta navigate our way towards them.
Well, that didn't go so well. What if you hit one of those thistles?
Yes,
that'd be bad.
Well, I am wearing some Greaves boots right now, so I should be okay.
What about your two companions?
Right. We'll be fine.
Well, yeah, we'll be fine.
Okay.
I honestly don't think that we should try to traverse this area without any light, because
because as soon as we turn on our lights, they're gonna come towards us.
Yep.
So we might as well get a drop on them first.
How many torches you got?
I think I got like one.
Yeah, we
Well,
probably
what if we lure them
You mean
closer?
like throw the torch like right here, and see if
Well,
they come
no,
through?
don't waste the torch. I'm thinking, light the torch, they start moving, extinguish the torch, light the torch, they come moving. Lure them closer to us so that the light they are emitting can light and let us, you know what I'm saying? So we're close enough, we can identify what they are. If they come to us, we're on safer ground than if we go trompsing through the woods in the dark. And you think that they were moving because of our fire.
That's why I think, because as soon as we put out the fire, they stopped.
Exactly.
Right.
So
I think that as well.
we are in the woods where things are flammable, and I do have flint and steel.
You want to
We-
catch the
what-
woods
what-
on fire?
We could just make a new fire and just step out a little bit off to the side and just see what
That
they
is
look
a
like.
great idea. What
Yeah,
if
yeah.
we start a fire and then
Can we find enough clearing to do that?
Yeah.
what is in our vicinity? Can we tell? Let's go ahead and start the fire. Can we see what is there? Just trees? Is there big rocks? Is there anything that we can
There's
hide
enough.
behind?
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff to hide behind. There's tall grasses if you want to do that. There is a big boulder sort of to the west of where your fire is built, and there are several trees that you could get behind. So
All right.
it's
So let's do that.
Let's do that. Let's make the fire and hide behind the
So
trees.
hide behind those rocks, or there's trees over
yeah,
there.
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah.
If there's a little bit of a high incline away from what direction they'd be coming, I'd like to take that area so I can shoot them if I need to.
Or you want to maybe climb on top of the rock since it's so dark?
Well, I'm talking about some kind of incline and then be behind something.
Yeah, there is an incline. The whole area is a hill, so you can go uphill from them and get behind a tree or something, or
Okay,
uphill
that's
from
what I
where you built the fire.
I'll be behind a tree near the fire. So
Okay, I'm gonna get around the. Are you gonna be in the same direction as me? Are you gonna go west to the rocks, or?
I'll be in the same direction as you.
And how about you, Bree? Are you gonna go in the same direction but up? I don't think we should separate in different directions. Is all. I think we should stay.
No, yeah,
together.
If I'm going up, then I'm a little bit in a different direction, but it's not that far. Am I?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We're not going to be too far away from each other. We're just going to be scattered just a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds fine with me.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna go hide behind the rock,
All right.
Okay.
and I want to keep an eye on those lights and see if they start moving.
Okay. Yeah. You guys finish this conversation having already lit your new campfire, and actually, those lights have not been moving, but around now they do start moving again, coming your direction.
Okay. We're hiding. And we're gonna see what this light is when it gets here.
All right. I'll need a stealth from each of you, and I'm going to give you +2 to this because, or I guess -2 to your roll, +2 to your target because you are in the dark.
Yep.
And you have plenty of time to get hidden before anyone gets here. So.
Thank you. I got it. I got a 13.
Okay.
Okay. So my stealth is a 9, but I have the +2 from you and the +3 from my cloak. So that gives me -5, right?
Yeah.
So, and I got 13. So,
Okay,
so I made it. I made it.
Yeah. I don't have your stats memorized. I do have your sheets here, but I don't feel
Well,
like
my stealth is 9. So with
So,
that,
yeah,
with
if
that
you guys just-
-5,
Let me know if it's pass or fail is all.
this is pass. Yeah, mine's
All
pass.
Nope, that's not a pass for me. Almost, but not quite.
Use
Okay.
use your coin. Use your coin.
You can use your coin to auto pass or re-roll. Actually, no, I don't think auto pass is an option, but you can re-roll.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and re-roll.
All right, go for that.
That was worse.
Really?
Even with the -2?
Yeah.
She's just good at rolling high.
Well, that's what we've been trained for our whole lives.
Yeah. The dice are confused tonight. They're confused.
Yes.
Exactly.
I've been telling them high numbers.
They're confused.
Yeah.
Did you pass Flo?
I did.
Okay, so two
Bree
of you
didn't pass.
successfully hit him, and Bree did not, which makes sense because you're up the hill like that. You're actually closer to where they're coming from, and it's a little more difficult for you to hide both from the direction of the campfire and from the direction they're going to be coming from. So they are going to see you, but I just wanted to read this to you guys about the hero coins. You can spend them for a reroll. The other thing you can spend them on is to maximize damage or any effect of or any sort of numerical output of an attack or effect. So it's those two things basically, and you can trade them. You can give them to each other.
Okay.
Yeah,
but no auto success.
No auto success. That was misspeaking.
Oh well.
Yeah.
That's
Let's
fine.
see. Where did I put my
All right.
there.
We'll roll with it.
Well, Bree, I'll give you this though. As you are not hidden from them, they are not hidden from you either. You are the first to see 3 creatures coming down the hill. They are not carrying any fire. They are, in fact, made of fire. These are humanoid sort of shaped flame beings hovering slightly above the ground and moving towards your campfire. The light emitted by their own bodies in the night here lights you up, and they see you. And they begin to scream and head your direction.
I see.
We're going to take our break here. And then we're going to come back and fight firemen.
Sounds good.
Lovely.
They're a
Do
bunch
we
of
know about these firemen? I mean, this is our world. Have we seen? Is this a normal humanoid for us?
No,
Or is
this
this
is not something that is considered normal, except to the extent that weird monsters are normal, or they're a thing that happens. These would be called flamekin in the book, but though that is kind of a blanket term for any sort of fire monster. So you don't know what these are.
Okay, they're just creatures on fire
Yep.
that float.
Yes. Anyway, thank you guys, and thanks everyone for watching. We're going to take a 10-minute break here. It's a little bit early, but I don't want to start combat right before a break. So, yeah, it's 9:53 where I am. We'll be back around 10:03. Thank you, everyone. Welcome back. We are about to start combat. Now, combat is interesting in this system for a number of reasons. The first of which is there are 5 combat phases. This is essentially turns, except more than one character can act in a certain phase. Instead of rolling initiative, what you guys do is tell me which of the 5 phases you would like to act on. Now, if you look at the rules cheat sheet, which is in the back of the book, but I also posted a screenshot of it to Discord earlier, it will tell you what you can do on your turn. Long story short, you get one action. That can be move or attack or cast a spell. You cannot do both unless you want to do a hurry, which is you move and attack, but then you take a penalty when enemies attack you. So then the other thing is similar to Into the Odd, which we've played before. There are no attack rolls for player characters in this game, so it's gonna go fast, right? But there are certain things that happened at the end of the round, like if you are dying and no one has healed you yet, well then that happens at the end of the round. So you can be a little bit tactical about what phase you choose to go in. Now, I'm not going to tell you up front what phase these enemies are going to act on. I want to hear from you when each of you is going to act. If you land on the same phase as an enemy, players go first.
I feel like
can you
seeing them right up on me, I would probably react pretty fast.
Okay. And this doesn't change for this encounter. You can change what phase you act in, but not during the combat. So you can change it between now and the next combat, basically. So if you're going to go in phase 1, you'll go in phase 1 this whole time.
If everyone else agrees.
So you want to do phase 1, Bree?
Yeah.
I think seeing them like that and them seeing me, I just think that I would really respond kind of quickly.
Makes sense to me.
I'm going to go... There's 5 phases, right? If you don't mind, Flo, I'll do 3.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I was thinking 3 as well. I will go second then.
Okay, so phase 3 is both Alistair and Flo?
No, I'll go second.
Oh, you'll go phase 2, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes, phase 2, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll do phase 3.
All right, well, so as these flamekin come rushing out of the dark towards the light of your campfire, and they do see you, Bree, standing there ready to shoot at them, you are not hidden from them, but what you are is ready because you guys were setting up an ambush. So they're charging you instead of the campfire, which was not the plan, but you are still ready and prepared to act first. So what are you going to do on your turn?
Since I had my bow ready, I think that, I'm going to yell, those damn dark nights and shoot my bow.
These guys are so not dark. Okay. So roll damage.
All right. So, I got max damage.
Nice.
That means I get to shoot again.
Cool.
So, one more shot. So that's 8 and 5. So that's 13 damage total.
Whoa.
Incredible. You have... So there's 3 of these guys, and you have taken one of them down. He's failed to defend. But you've taken one of them down a lot. But he's not dead.
Wow.
Okay.
I would say nice shot, but I'm hiding.
Okay, so you got one, and that was both of your shots, right?
Yes.
All right. Alistair, you're up.
No. I'm facing.
No, I'm sorry. I meant Flo.
It's okay. I'm going to throw my wood axe at the one that she shot.
Okay.
And I got 1.
You got 1.
One damage?
Yes, 1
on
damage.
the same one? Okay, no problem.
Yep.
Well, your axe sticks into the flame, and you see actually the fire begin to lick at the handle of your axe, but it does fall out as the creature continues running. Now it's Alistair's turn.
So I have a scimitar as my weapon.
Okay.
Are one of them close enough that I can attack him with the scimitar from my spot?
No, you would have to move
to
get one. If you do a hurry, you can move and attack, but that's going to give them a +5 against you for the round.
For the whole round? Ugh.
Yeah.
Can I hold my action until they get closer? In some way? Is there a hold action?
No, there's no held actions. You can move now, and then you'll be able to attack next turn.
Can I move closer, but still hide? Like move closer to them, like in a stealth?
Classic GM answer. You can try. I'll need a stealth roll.
Okay, we'll do that. Oh, okay. Got 11 on the die. But I get that +3 from my coat, so
okay. You successfully move closer without them seeing you because they have already been attacked by Flo and Bree. They're looking for where Bree is. They already see Flo. You're able to use that distraction to sort of come around the other side of something and get closer to them without being seen. It is now their turn. They're actually also on phase 3. So one of them will now come. Well, let me roll tactics for them. Actually, this is something you do in this system. You actually roll to see what the monsters will do each turn.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I'm going to say one of them has moved into range of Flo. The other two will have to spend this phase moving, but they're both going towards Bree. One second. Yeah. So, Flo, please roll defense. The way you roll defense is D20 at or below your current defense total. These guys
got it.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay, great. So you've successfully defended. These guys are trying to do burning touch, which is exactly what it sounds like. If they touch you, it burns you, which will do flesh attrition. But he misses, and the other two have to spend their turn moving, so that's going to wrap up the round. Nobody's on phase 4 or 5. We'll come right back to the top with Bree.
Okay, how close are they to me now that they've moved?
Melee range.
Their melee range?
Yep. 2 of them.
Okay. I'm not sure. In this game, if I change weapons, is that my only action?
No, you can... I don't know what the rules say about that, but yeah, you can pull out another weapon. It's no big deal.
Okay, I'm going to pull out my oar and... don't want them to touch me. Because I can only fight or move, right?
Yes, that's right.
Right, okay.
Unless you want to take that +5 to their attacks.
No. Yeah, I'll switch to my oar, which is not that die. This one. And I'll swing at the one that I've already been putting arrows in.
Okay.
That's 2 more damage.
Outstanding. He actually eats one of those. He has a defensive 1, so your 2 damage becomes 1, but he does take it. And that'll be Flo's turn.
All right. So the other guy is within range of me now, correct?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to take my walking stick and I'm going to whack him.
You mean your oar?
No, my walking stick.
Oh, no, it was Bree that had the oar.
Yeah,
I
just the oar. I'm going to hit with my walking stick.
Copy that.
And I got 4 damage.
Okay. That deals 4 damage. Well done. Again, he eats one of them. Oh, wait. Yeah, that means it looks like this.
Wait, so that's max damage, by the way. So does that mean I roll again?
No,
No, only certain things.
You had a specialty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's my a core skill.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Alistair.
Am I close enough to hit one?
Yes, you spent your last turn getting there. So, but I'll let you... We don't have a map up of the combat scene right now. I will let you decide now. I should have asked you last turn. Did you move close to the 1 or the 2? Because they had split up to attack Flo and Bree. There was 1 attacking Flo and 2 attacking Bree.
I would probably go for the one that's closer, and that would probably be Flow.
Yes, it would.
Yeah. So low. And I just roll damage on the scimitar.
Yep.
6.
6. Okay.
Yep.
It's a good roll.
And that's all I can do.
See how fast it goes?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Flo, go ahead and roll. Well, actually, let me roll tactics on this guy. I keep forgetting to do that. Yeah, go ahead and roll defense, Flo. He's trying to burning touch you.
Ugh, I failed.
Okay, so it's going to be... Oh gosh, what's the damage? Yeah, he's going to hit you. You are going to take flesh attrition, so you're going to have to cross off a skill.
So one of your skills have to be crossed.
Yeah, this is an interesting thing about this game. Player characters don't have hit points. Your skills or equipment take the damage. So you're going to have to...
Yeah.
Flesh attrition
I did have a
means
question.
it has to be a skill. Yeah, go ahead.
So I do have resist as a skill. Would that help me against the fire touch?
No, this is straight damage. Resist is for things like poison and things like that.
Sure. So I need to cross out a skill. I got it.
All right, what skill did you cross off?
Tracking.
Reasonable. You already know exactly where they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so there's 2 more of these guys, and they're both fighting Bree. The first one is going to vanish from where he is, a puff of smoke, and he's going to reappear next to Alistair.
Wow.
And then,
That's cool trick.
yeah, that's what happens when you roll a 1 with these guys. They teleport. And then the other one is going to do Burning Touch on Bree.
Okay. So I roll my defense, and how does evade work in this? Because I have evade, and it just says avoid attacks that armor cannot.
Great question. Let me read the evade skill. I think this is relevant to... I think this would be relevant to certain effects, not just a regular attack. Let me do a quick search in the PDF. Let's see. Sorry for the slowdown. Wasn't expecting
No
the
worries.
question.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh.
so the examples I see of how to use evade as I search through the PDF are things like spikes. Everyone roll evade. Like environmental type hazards.
Okay.
So yeah, just roll defense as normal.
I see. And nope, I failed.
All right, then you are also going to take flesh attrition. Please cross off a skill.
Okay. I will cross off swimming for now.
Okay. So as of now, you are each engaged with one of these flamekin. Alistair, the one by you, has not taken any damage yet. The other 2 are pretty hurt.
But didn't I hit the one next to me?
No, you hit the one next to Flo
Flow.
before
Okay.
this one teleported over to you.
Okay.
um,
Okay.
So that's the round. We're back to Bree.
Bree.
Oh, okay. And he's still in my face, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll take the ore again and swing it. What is that number? That's a 4.
That's a successful defense. Or that's an attack. That's damage. Sorry. I know.
Yeah,
what
that's
I'm
damage.
I know what I'm doing. Cool. Well done. So again, he eats one of those damages. but you've harmed him. Flo, you're up.
All right, so I've questioned my axe that I threw. Can I get to that as a movement? Can I
Yeah,
kinda
absolutely.
switch below the sky, hit it?
I'll say this: because losing a piece of equipment is essentially taking damage, you're not going to lose that axe unless something happens to you. So you can probably grab it off the ground as he runs up to you and it falls out of his body.
Okay, perfect. So I am going to whack him with my axe then.
Great. Roll damage.
I got 6 damage.
Ooh. This one
And I
is
yanked
getting
it out of him. I'm not going to leave it in him. I'm going to...
Okay, great. Yeah, this one's getting pretty low. And then Alistair, now it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. I just realized.
Mhm.
This is on my character, my core ability, Brutal Fighter. This is each of your melee attacks may hit 2 foes with a single die damage roll.
Okay, well, this is actually the first time that would have been relevant anyway, because you ran to Flo, who was only fighting one person. So you
Now
are
I got
now
2 of them.
close enough to hit your enemy and Flo's enemy.
Okay. What? 5 to each of them.
Awesome. Awesome.
Nice.
So,
That's
like I said, the one that attacked to teleported to you had not taken any damage yet. The one that was with Flo is still up, but just barely. And now it is their turn. So I'm going to roll for the one that is most injured, the one by Flo. He's going to do Burning Touch. Flo, please roll defense.
I got it.
Nice.
Okay. Now the one that is fighting Alistair. Ooh, he's going to bamf out of there again. He doesn't like what happened.
Nice.
He's going to go... I'll say that he just sort of appears on the other side of Flo, so you can't reach him anymore. But he's still in that mix. And then Bree, the one attacking you, is also going to do Burning Touch. Please roll defense.
Okay.
I got it this time. I rolled a 2.
Outstanding. That's the round. We are back to your turn, Bree.
Okay. So I'm going to hit it with my oar again.
Okay.
That's 2.
Copy that. He only takes one of those because of his defense. Flo, you're up.
Okay, I am going to... Now, let me understand. I've got one guy on the left and one in the front of me.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I got 2 guys next to me. I'm going to hit the guy that's injured with my axe again.
Okay, roll damage.
And I got 2.
That is exactly enough. He is a goner. You whack him good with the axe. He comes apart and actually kind of poofs out like a big sphere of flame for a second. And it singes your eyebrows a little. But he's gone. He's not here anymore. A horrifying
Nice.
shriek fills the air as this flamekin monster becomes nothingness. It is now Alistair's turn.
The one that she killed was that the one next to me?
No, it was the other one. So you are close enough that you can kind of step around and get the one that was next to you. So it is still not very injured, but you can attack it
All right.
now.
Okay.
A small sidestep, like an arm's length sidestep, takes no time according to the rules.
Okay.
So you can step around your friend and hit the monster.
1 damage.
1 damage. He eats it. He doesn't take any. His armor takes that.
All right, that's it. That's it.
Okay, it is their turn. There are 2 left. The first one is going to attack Alistair this time instead of Flo because Alistair attacked him. So roll defense.
All right. So how do I roll defense again? It's with D20.
D20.
20.
Yeah.
So the base is 6, right? And then
But if you have armor, it will modify that.
yeah. So I have +2 defense on my armor, so it's 8.
Correct.
So I have to roll.
Well,
Huh?
With the cloak as well.
Yeah, that's with the cloak. Yeah.
Oh, so you got 1 defense on the boots and 1 on the cloak.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yeah. So I have to do 8 or lower
Correct.
on the D20. Okay. Just making sure. Oh, the dice. The dice. No, they're confused. I got 15.
Yeah. Oh, right.
They're
Dice are confused. That's it. It's not
Yeah.
that they hate you.
No. This one loves me. It's just he thinks that he has to roll high.
I'll talk to him later for you. Yeah. So cross off and a skill. This is flesh attrition, so it has to be a skill. For the sake of our viewers, there are 5 types of attrition. Basic attrition would be to cross off any equipment or skill. Flesh would be to cross off 1. Oh, it does say randomly selected skill, so I guess you're supposed to roll for it.
Oh, I'm supposed to roll?
Yeah, we haven't been doing that, but whatever. And then equipment attrition, which I don't know what kind of enemy would do that. Not the flame ones, but yeah, that would be just equipment. Destroy would be cross off 1 random skill and destroy 1 random equipment. And brutal would be cross off 1d6 total skills and equipments at random. So that sounds scary, but this is just flesh attrition.
Should I do random?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, it's a D4. I don't have a D4 near me, so I'm gonna have to use the one in the Discord.
You came to a game without all 7 dice.
I'm used to just having.
I'm just kidding. Go.
What's wrong with you?
All right, I got 4, so I'm crossing out my jump.
Okay, so this
No more jump.
Yeah, and these are supposed to. Now that I think about it, these are supposed to be narrative opportunities, right? So, the fire injures your legs.
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
that's where he gets you kind of on your calf, and you're not able to jump anymore.
Yeah, he shears my leg. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah. And who else crossed off a skill earlier?
I crossed off swimming. With burns, you don't want to go swimming.
Yeah, that's true. And Flo crossed off tracking. Yeah, so he probably got you in your face.
Yeah, I would think he probably got me in my face, and I've got kind of like a...
Yeah, your vision and maybe your sense of smell are damaged.
Yep.
Cool. So that's all of them, right?
So
wait, did I roll for the one fighting?
I don't think you did mine yet. I don't think so.
Okay, so he is going to bamf out of there, and he's going to appear next to Flo. So at this point, I'm going to say that the action of the combat has separated Alistair and Flo enough that you're now each fighting 1 enemy. Bree, your enemy has left you and is gone.
Okay.
Don't blame me, blame the dice.
Understood.
You were hurting him. It does make sense.
It does.
Yeah, but we're back to the top of the round. It's your turn.
All right. Well, in that case, then I'm going to pull my bow back out and shoot the one that just vamped away from me.
Ooh, hell yeah.
That is a 4.
Okay, he's going to take 3 because of his defense. And now it's Flo's turn.
I'm going to whack this guy with my axe.
And this is the same guy Bree just shot.
1.
1 damage. He takes nothing. Yeah. And Alistair, you're up.
I'm not close enough to do both of them.
I'll say you can sidestep and become close enough.
Yes. All right, so 5 on both of them.
Nice.
Outstanding. So one of them, they both take 4 each from that. Both still up though. And now it is their turn. So the one fighting Flo is more hurt. And he's going to do Burning Touch on Flo. Please roll defense.
I failed.
Dang.
Okay, you're going to take another point of flesh attrition. Please roll it randomly this time.
Yeah, random. Yeah.
Hunting.
Nice.
Oh, hunting. Interesting. I'll say, what do you normally use to hunt? tool-wise or weapon-wise? Traps, or do you have a bow, or what do you do to hunt?
I must just tear them apart with my teeth because I've got a wood axe and a and a walking stick.
Okay. You know what? Given the skill set that you have as a character, I'll say that normally you build traps. That makes sense to me. Probably this damage is dealt to your fingers and costs you some finger dexterity. So you're not able to build the traps for now.
Okay.
And then the next one will attack Alistair. Same thing. Roll defense against Burning Touch.
All right, let's see if I can roll low. Nice. I got a 5.
You got a 5. That's
pass.
a success.
I pass.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. You dodged it. Or absorbed it with your armor or whatever. So that's their turn, and we're back to Bree's turn.
Okay, shooting another arrow at the one near Flo. That is an 8, so I get to roll again.
Nice.
Can I ask if that kills that one?
It does not.
Okay, and I will continue. Oh, that's a 1. So that's a total of 9 damage, but
Wait, I'm sorry. You shot at the one fighting Flo or the one fighting Alistair?
the one fighting Flo.
Okay, I was wrong then. It does kill that one.
Yeah. Okay, well, the the next roll was just a 1 anyways, so... it
Okay,
wouldn't
so
matter.
that one doesn't take damage. So yeah, that first one is destroyed. There's only one remaining. It also explodes in a big ball of fire, and Flo, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going, and I'm close enough to Alistair's, or I can sidestep Alistair's guy.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to swing my axe at him. I got a 6.
Cool. He takes 5 of it. And it is now his turn. What's he going to do? He's going to try to Burning Touch you. Please roll defense.
Flo, me. I succeeded, barely.
Awesome.
Well, I don't think Alistair got his phase.
It hasn't... Well, it's just his turn now.
Oh. Maybe I'm confused.
Yeah, so Alistair, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna. So I'm still in melee. I can still hit both of them, right?
There's only one left.
Oh, okay. 2.
You got him. He only takes 1 of it, but he takes some damage. That's going to be him again. He rolls a 6. This is good. This is good for him. Flame Wave. A ring of fire engulfs the immediate area with the same attrition effects as Burning Torch, but for all foes. So I'll have you all roll defense on this, and if you fail, you'll take flesh attrition.
Success.
Succeed.
Alistair gets burned. I can tell by the look on his face. All right, Bree, you're up.
It's just one, right?
Yeah.
Wait. I gotta roll a 1d3 now.
Yep.
So, 1d3. 2. That's my lockpick.
No, not your lockpick. That's an equipment. You need to lose a skill, not equipment.
That is a skill, though.
No, that is a skill.
That's
Lockpick.
your skill.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
That is
It's
that's both.
Yeah. All right, I will shoot my bow at that last one. That's an 8, so I get to shoot again,
Nice.
and that's a 2, so total of 10.
Great job.
Total of
Wow.
10. 10 across 2 attacks, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Okay.
So it's 2 separate attacks. So 8 and then 2.
Well, that means he's twice as alive as he would have been. Okay. It is Flo's turn.
All right. Is there anyone near me?
Yeah. The only remaining enemy is in melee range of you.
Perfect. I'm gonna whack him with my axe.
He's
And I got a 3.
he's dead.
Yeah. Good job.
Oh.
Good job.
Oof. What the hell were those guys?
Oh my goodness, you guys.
Some kind of flame people or elements or something.
Everything about these people just poofed away. There's nothing left.
Um,
No speech or anything on the ground.
and now that they're gone, you don't have enough light to see by where they were standing.
Oh,
No, the
campfire.
the campfire is still going.
Yeah, but remember, they didn't come to the campfire. They came to where they saw Bree, and that was
right.
outside the range of the light. So there's now no light where you guys killed them.
Then I'm gonna rush over to the campfire and grab, a piece of stick that's on fire, and bring it over and look.
Okay. You
Can I
find.
do that?
I'm just gonna double check and see if there's any like loot or anything. No. But what you find is just little piles of ash blowing in the air as you move around. That is all that remains of these guys.
I'm gonna scooch up a little bit of that ash and stick it in my pouch.
For future alchemy purposes.
Perhaps.
All right. Yeah, so that's the combat. You guys have destroyed these 3 firekin, and what you see are around you now. There's 2 lights. Well, there's now 3 light sources. There's the torch that Flo went and got, but mainly the campfire, your own, and the glow of the fire up at the top of the hill. Do you guys wish to return to sleeping as was your original plan, or do you want to go up there now?
Well, if we take a short rest, we might.
How do we recover skills?
Yeah, you can do what's called taking a breather, which will get you 1 thing back. None of your stuff is destroyed, so you can sort of take a minute and heal yourself.
I would like to take a breather.
Okay. And then the longer rest would help you more. I forget how that works, but I'll look it up. Maybe it's over here.
Because if we can take a longer one and get all of our skills back, that would be helpful.
Let's take a look.
Not that I want to sit around now. Now I'm antsy.
Well, I mean, which ones do we really need back? So, I mean, there's
No,
that.
I just feel tainted because somebody took my stuff. Mine, not theirs.
Okay,
I
let's see.
also
Rest and recovery. You regain a combined 1d4 of equipment and skills with a night's rest in safety. So this will not apply here.
So a breather is the
Breather
best
is
one.
all you can do, which will get you 1 equipment or skill back. Skill in this case, since none of you lost equipment.
Okay. Also, just FYI for future use to the other 2 players, I do have bandages, 3 uses, and it does give you a cross skill back. So if there's anything that you lose that's super important and you can't get it back with a short breather, I can heal you of it.
Is the short breather random? The skill that we get back?
Oh,
That's a good question.
I don't think it's random, is it?
It does not say random. I'll let you choose it.
okay. I'm going to take the tree tracking.
I'm gonna get my lockpick back.
I only lost 1, so
My jump is still crossed, but I can live without that for now.
Copy that.
And I took back my tracking.
Okay.
So, which would actually be really handy right now if we're going to go up. If we're going to go
Yeah.
up to them, maybe I could track
Yeah, I was just going to say those bandages would be maybe useful right now.
The bandages?
Yeah, you said you had bandages that can give people back lost skills.
Yeah, but everybody says they're happy with the skills that they're lost.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I don't need to jump right now. I can always get it later.
Yeah, and if we discover he needs jump in the near future, I'll just bandage him up.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Are you continuing up the hill then?
Yeah, I don't want to get sneaked up on again, so I don't feel safe. So let's go up there and finish this.
Do you guys want me to track their tracks to see where exactly they came from?
If you can, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
And I can. I've succeeded.
Okay. Well done. So yeah, you head up that hill. And like I said earlier, you guys are still about 2 hours from the top. Are you going to... I'm going to say that 2 hours becomes 4 if you don't take a light with you.
So I do have the stick, but it's going to burn out. Does anyone have a torch?
Didn't we all three have one torch that we made from earlier?
Yeah, like I had one from earlier.
I don't think we should burn all three.
I'll light my torch since I'm the one doing the tracking.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
That works.
Yeah, I think torches only last like 30 minutes in real life. I don't know how long they last in the game, if there's a rule about that, but I'm just going to fudge it and say one will get you up there. Unless you know a rule.
Okay.
Were you about to say that?
Because it says... I don't want to say now.
You have to.
On torches, I believe it's a scene.
Oh, a scene? Well, traveling is one scene.
Yeah, I believe it says a scene, and I was just going to look it up real quick just to make sure that my brain didn't lie to me. The torches, yep, one scene.
Okay, so the traveling up the hill, we'll call it one scene. It's 2 hours, would be 4 without the torch, no big deal.
Okay.
When you guys reach the top, you find this giant smoking crater, and where there was once a stone cliff jutting out in a knife edge shape, it's now been broken off and collapsed, so that's not there. But you find where this black smoke is coming from. It is about a 10-foot wide gaping hole in the ground going down into the middle of this crater, and the flame is coming up from in there. But as you guys reach it, now kind of in the middle of the night, that flame is starting to die down, and the smoke is starting to dissipate.
Okay.
Is there anything else in that crater besides the fire and the smoke?
As far as you can see, no, but it looks like a straight... Clearly, if you guys have ever seen earth that has been fired by intense heat, it kind of becomes brick. You're looking at a shaft down into the earth that is 10 feet wide, like I said, 10 feet diameter, and the edges are now fired clay, fired earth, and it goes down farther than you can see.
I take out my gem.
Okay, are you putting it between yourself and this hole?
Yep.
It is glowing bright red. That you previously had a little light in the middle that was red. Now the whole thing is that. The whole thing is this bright red.
Is it?
So,
If I look into the gem, do I see like a trail or anything, or is it just glowing?
You don't see, it's glowing so brightly you cannot see through the gem.
Okay. All right. Well, but it's obviously getting brighter as I look into the crater, right?
Yeah, if you move to the side so you're not looking through the crater anymore, it goes back to normal.
Nice. How far is the drop?
You can't tell. Can't see the bottom.
Can't see the bottom?
Can't see the bottom.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna take a little piece of fire torch and drop it down.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second. I think Flo was trying to say something.
I was going to say, the fire doesn't take up the entire 10 feet, right? It's just in the center?
That's correct. Based on what you saw from a distance, you think it might maybe used to take up the whole thing, but
Especially
now
in the
it's
burn.
started to drop down. Yeah.
Okay. And can I see any, like, footholds or anything if I peruse around the perimeter of this 10-foot hole? Can I see footholds? Can I see anything that would suggest that we could maybe climb or walk down in here?
No, you can't. It's pretty smooth, but I will say the reason that you can't see the bottom is not because it's like so far down there, but because of the flame and smoke that is still in there. So you can see about 30 feet down before that's it.
I have climbing gear, so I can just like tie up the rope right here and just slowly go down.
My fear with your climbing gear is, what if you fail your roll?
Well, I'm not really.
Right. And there's
mean,
still fire down there.
So
Correct.
Burned to death.
yeah, I'll let you guys know this. I said before the climbing gear is going to be useful, right? And the reason that he had to roll for it before was the hurry of trying to escape a city in crisis. So I'll let you know if the action you're trying to perform is going to require a roll. I'm not going to make you guys guess and decide before you even know if it's going to be hard.
Well, I still want to light like a little torch and drop it down to see how far down it is.
Okay, so again, I will, in the same spirit, tell you, you would know that's not really going to work, because the reason you can't see down is that your vision is obstructed by flame and smoke that's already in there.
Gotcha. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna say, hey, I'm just gonna tie up the rope down here, right here. I'm gonna slowly lower myself down, because I say to you, to Bree and Flo, I gotta see why my gem is reacting to down there, so I gotta go down.
It looks hot and smoky down there.
If you wait a few more hours, that fire would be less or gone even.
It might even go out.
Your impatience could kill you.
Well, I'm not gonna just lower myself all the way down until I burst into flames. If it gets too hot, I'll stop.
Okay.
So
yeah,
Okay.
I'll say this: the thick smoke that was coming up in the air, it's thinning out, but in the shaft, especially as you go lower, it's still pretty thick. So you're not going to be able to get to the bottom and still be able to breathe.
Or probably see, correct?
Seeing would be difficult, yeah. At this time, you don't see anything else around here other than this hole. And the fact that it is so straight and so uniform in diameter does suggest that there's something odd about it, right? Plus the fact that what even made this hole?
Right. Something maybe cylindrical made this.
Right.
Cylindrical.
So obviously this thing is what you're looking for, but lowering yourself into the hole right now doesn't seem safe.
Right, because even with, like, I have 2 diving helmets and I can hold my breath extra long, but not being able to see down there and it being so hot, I
would prefer you didn't climb down there. You can make your own decisions because you're your own man, but
man,
I would prefer you didn't.
Did anyone? I guess we could wait a little while to see if it cools down.
Is there anything else around? Is it just trees and rocks now and just this hole?
Up here there aren't even trees. This was a bare sort of cliff just extending out. And the cliff part has largely been destroyed. So you're just kind of on a bare hilltop.
Okay. I mean, I guess we can wait because I'm very curious to see what's down there. But of course, I'll just wait until it cools down.
All right.
Well, I'm definitely hungry again. We could make a fire and wait it out.
Yeah, I guess.
Would you guys like to try and take another rest here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Why
I wouldn't
not?
mind. Yeah.
I could definitely take another rest.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say that you guys can do that. Are you taking a short breather, or are you trying to go to bed for the night?
Well, we want to wait. We want basically to wait for this fire to go out.
Okay.
So, or at least become safe enough that he can use his climbing gear. We can see the bottom or whatever the case.
By the time that happens, it's going to be nearing dawn.
So a long rest then.
Yeah.
I don't mind taking a long rest.
And
right.
we'll just set guards like we did before.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are going to make it through this without further interruption. But everyone roll 1d4 to regain skills.
Oh, I have all mine back. Previous.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
I got
I'm
mine.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I forgot that doesn't work unless you're someplace safe.
Are we
You have to go back to town basically to do that. So forget what I said.
We'll
But you
just
can
wait for
certainly
that.
take a breather and get another skill back.
Okay,
We do that.
All right.
but we're still going to take a long rest waiting for this thing to
Yes.
out.
So morning comes, and by now it's the hole is still very hot, but the smoke has cleared out and there's no more sign of the fire. It's just starting to get light in the sky.
So I'm going to look in the hole.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
said, the
same.
smoke has cleared out and there's no more sign of the fire. You can see down about 50 feet down, you see a floor. And it looks like the walls of this shaft only go down about maybe 45 feet. So there's a 5-foot space down there that extends out and maybe a room or another passageway.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I start to lower myself down.
So you have the rope for this, yeah?
Yeah. I have a climbing gear. So
All right.
I'm just gonna tie up on the front and just slowly lower myself down.
Okay, and you guys can
Take my-
all do
take my
that
time. Take
if
my
he's
time.
going to leave the rope there. Do you guys want to go with him?
Yeah, I'm going to go with
Yeah.
that.
All right.
And,
And-
I have the climber skill as well.
And as I go down, I want to look at my gem to see if it gets brighter as I'm going down.
There is no reaction quick enough for you to observe like that.
All right. Well, I'm still keeping an eye on it.
Okay. Yeah, you reach the bottom, and like I said, there's only a 5-foot space there, so those of you who are full-sized people have to duck to get through. But you see, as you look around, that from down here, the perspective is that there's a higher ceiling. There's a higher ceiling, but it starts about 7 feet away from you. You guys are kind of in the center of like a caved in spot, kind of. And out away from where the hole is, the ceiling's actually about 10 feet high. And then that is in the center of a large room that looks like it's actually made of worked stone. Like this is not a natural cavern. This was clearly created. And then I'll have, does anyone, I think I asked this earlier, does anyone have investigate? I would also accept,
Scout.
Scout says it applies to clues. So I will allow that. All kinds of clues, information, or traps. Yeah.
I mean, I can roll and just see if I can beat the 3.
Sure.
So
why not?
where I'm standing, is the sky above me?
If you're directly under the hole, yes.
Okay. I did not. I don't see nothing.
Okay. Alistair, did you hit that 3?
No.
I did not either.
Okay. So you don't know what it means that the ceiling is sort of puckered down in the middle like this. But when you walk away from it, like I said, the ceiling does get higher, and it looks like you're in a room. The room is empty, other than some stone benches along the wall, but there are passageways leading out into multiple areas from here.
Is it dark?
It is what... It's pretty dark, but you guys... Did you bring a torch? Or, like, right now there is some light coming in from the shaft.
I think we have 2 left. Like because
Correct. Mine is gone.
yeah, she
Yeah.
used hers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll use one of the 2.
There's enough light coming in from the shaft that you can see this room without lighting a torch. So you can see that there are 5 exits from this room. They do not have doors, but there are like passages going out from
I'm
here.
gonna point to each of the X's with my gem and see if I get a better reaction depending on the direction.
So now that you're in here, the gem is glowing red at all times.
Nice.
But when you go past the 3rd door, the center of the gem glows an even brighter, like white. Like when you have a flame and then the top of the flame is the hottest part, it's like blue at the top. Like that's how this is. It's like the center of it is brighter and it's white.
I say, Bree, Flo, I think this is the way.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll follow you.
And now this is bright enough that I don't even need a torch, right? I can just use this, right?
No, it's not bright enough to see by.
Okay.
It would illuminate like your hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but I still follow it with the torch that we have.
Okay.
So we go through number 3.
All right. So this tunnel leads down into the earth. As you enter it, you see that it starts to spiral to the right, and it goes down and down and down and down.
Man, how deep does this hole go?
Pretty deep.
Just keep walking.
Yeah.
After you go down a few circles, and these are not tight circles either, by the way, this spiral, it's a large enough spiral that you can see maybe 20 yards ahead of you before it curves out of sight. So you go around 2 or 3 of these, and then you see a passageway going off to one side with a wooden door mounted in it.
Does the spiral continue, or is this the end of the spiral?
The spiral continues, but on your right there is a door, and your right here is the interior of the spiral, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Is this wooden door, does it have a handle?
Yep.
Is it like a turn handle, or is it like a pull handle?
It's just a ring that you can pull or push.
You want to check for traps or something?
I don't have a check for trap skill.
I can check for traps.
She does.
Yeah.
Roll
Go
that
ahead.
skill. What is that skill?
Scout.
Yeah, do that.
Scout does clues, info, and traps, and I succeeded exceptionally.
That's a good skill.
There is no trap, but I will say that you find a clue here, which is that there is light coming from under the door.
Okay, so you guys, should we knock?
Is there like a hole that we can I can peer through,
No.
Like a keyhole?
like a
There's
keyhole?
there's no keyhole, and there are no gaps in the wood or anything.
Can I press my ear against it to see if I can hear anything?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to have you do a flat roll on this. This will be an unmodified D20. Try to hit 5 or under.
Nope.
Okay, you do not hear anything. Well, I'll say you can hear noises of some sort, but they are too muffled by the door to make out.
I said I can't really hear what's going on in there.
But there is noise, huh?
Yeah. Can I open can I open the door stealthily? Like slowly open it?
You can open the door slowly.
I will position myself with my bow ready.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand up against the wall next to the door, so the door is.
Yeah. I'm gonna get on my knees and slowly try to push the door to peer in.
I won't stand and opposite the door, but across the hall, out of sight.
Okay, so the relevant stealth roll here is going to be from Alistair, since he's the one doing the opening.
Right.
So stealth?
Yep.
Okay. Come on, baby. I'm gonna use my coin.
Okay.
That's just a reroll?
Yep.
Come on.
You got this.
Got it.
Got it.
Okay, so the first one was 17, this one was a 10.
Nice.
So I got it.
So you open the door and you see a well-lit room. It is about 30 feet across and 60 feet long. Looking into the room, you see hanging from the wall chains, shackles, hooks, knives. And in the center of the room, a rack, a torture rack. On that rack is a man stretched by his arms and legs and bleeding from many different wounds, apparently intentionally inflicted to hurt him without killing him, but apparently there were too many, or he is dead. His face is unmarred. It is Darius, Lord of the Red Cloaks.
What?
It is the same man that sent you up here. And that is where we're going to end for tonight. We'll see you next week.
Wait.
Nice cliffhanger.
Thanks.
No.
I need to know more.
Well, be here next Monday for part 2 of 3 in our Crown and Skull adventure. It's about a half hour earlier than we normally end, but this is a perfect cliffhanger. And if we go any further, we'll run late. So.
No, that was a great
Perfect.
that was a great starting of this adventure.
Great.
It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
And thank you everyone for bearing with us. It's a brand new system for us, as it often is on this show. That's kind of the point of this show. We don't review games, but we do show you how easy they are to learn. We'll see you all next week for part 2 of Crown and Skull. Beneath the Mountain. I just named that session.